Hi, this is going to be video one of the paintings that I've done in 2014. This class was through Soul Food, and it's kind of my first big canvas. It's abstract, something that I had never done before, and it has a shiny little coat on it. I've just had it sitting in my craft room. The second one that I did on canvas is again abstract, and I never completed it. So 2015 I'm going to finish. I'm going to put something on here and finish. The next ones, this one was the class I told you with Karen Milston. She does really cute whimsy pictures. She had a fire this year and lost their barn and a lot of their livelihood, and she makes beautiful work. You should look her up. You can buy her art on Etsy. You can take her classes. She's a wonderful teacher and a really sweet, sweet lady. This one was something, Studying Under the Masters. I had these three framed, and I'm not sure why. They're not my favorite pictures, but we wanted to put some in frames. So this one was from Studying Under the Masters. The second one is also Studying Under the Masters. This one is kind of a one-of-a-kind. This is the wood ingrained picture that I told you Penny Stamper does. It's an ongoing class. This is the picture that you make. It's an angel, and it's on wood, and it's colored pencils, acrylics, a lot of fun. She's kind of expanded, and she's got lots of classes going, and I'd love to take every one, but can't afford it, and I don't have time. And then my life book lesson, I've got all those I'm going to go through later, but this was a life book class this year, looks like March 18th of this year. It's found objects. It's got lace and buttons and gizmos and hoodickies and all kinds of things glued on and sprayed and painted, and just really a lot of fun. And it's on a canvas, which I haven't really done very many canvases, but I'll show you the ones that I've got. I did a whole series of faces, and what I did is I bought a magazine of hairstyles, and what's cool is you get all these beautiful models and these cute little hairdos. So this one is my lady in pink. I like her. I have this sultry little lady who obviously just had a fresh haircut, and she's kind of sporting it. This poor lady looks mysterious, but also a little warped. I'm not real pleased with her, but she lives with my other ladies, and they get along fine. And then here's Miss Sexy, Pouty, Pretty Girl with the yellow hair. People ask me all the time, do you name your paintings? And I should. I did name some of them, but they didn't stick. Here's another one that I haven't really finished. I put this painting on. The thing this year and last year is all the collage, where you glue and you stick and you stamp and you paint and you rub and you get all this texture, and a lot of times you use newsprint or newspaper under it, and then you paint over top. It's not my forte. It's not what I'm good at. I'm not sure that I even like it, and I wouldn't say that she's finished because I think she needs some words or something to go with her. But I did her and her friend, who she came to play too, and they kind of look like a set. I may end up doing something to finish them as a set, or they may just go back in my bedroom and stack on the wall. Not sure. These little ladies are laughable and so out of proportion, but it was one of my first canvases of the year, and I can assure you that I do know that they're very out of proportion. And then I also found this one that was sitting in the wall, and I looked at the date, and this was actually last year that I started her. Again, it's got scrapbook paper and little bits and baubles and homemade stamps, rubber stamps, and just pile it on, pile it on, pile it on, and then try and paint something over it. And she definitely needs some work, but again, I don't know what she really needs. Okay, now I'm going to go through a stack that I did, that I've done on canvas board. But first, a really fun lesson that we did in Soul Food this year was to get an old album. It's kind of stuck in here. You get an old album, a real record, and you come up with the theme, and you can write the lyrics if you want. You can write whatever you want. This one was Elvis Presley's 1956, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. And you paint the photograph, whatever this thing is, it's a record. You paint it with a shiny black, and then you go back with your white pen, and you can write the lyrics around the thing. And then it just slips in this dust cover, which has the theme for the record. And you can display it on the wall. If it needs to be balanced, of course, you can display it on the wall. And then this can come in and out so you can see the words, or you can leave them hidden, however you want to do it. It was the first one, and I'd like to do more of those because it was really a fun lesson. And then I started doing some little guys. Well, this one, she went through some metamorphosis that I can't even tell you what happened. She started out one way, and she had a second coming or showing, and she just kept getting painted over and over. And finally, I had just bought these feathery flowers, and I went to look at the colors, and I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint her these colors and slap that on her head. And that's how she came to be. This is another one that looks like it was one of my earlier paintings from last year, and I tried to retouch her and paint over again, and if I had any sense whatsoever, I would paint over it some more. This one, this is from Jillian Cox's class, where we were to look at new colors and new patterns. Or it could have been from Studying Under the Masters, where it probably was Studying Under the Masters, where you have patterns and colors. And I enjoyed doing this one, and it's one of the favorite ones that I did this year. This one again had some metamorphosis where they started out as blondes. They looked really weird. They kept getting painted over, and I decided, okay, this little chick's going to go gray like me, and this one went dark. And it's just an odd little painting. But that's what it came out as. This one has just gotten something stuck to her chin, which doesn't really add to her beauty, but she looks like she might be kind of suffering anyway. She's trying to be sexy, but I don't know if she knows how. She's just there. I tell you, I'm still learning. And then this one is another one that I started out, and she just wasn't doing well, so she looks like she may be doing even worse. She may be aquatic, or she may have some kind of flu or something, but she came out really green and spiky, and that's who she is, and that's how she looks. This one is, I'm going to pluck her, and she's a hopeless dreamer because she's not going to give up. She's just going to continue to look for what she wants, and hopefully she's going to find it. And I hope she does too. Then I went to these little guys, which I thought, maybe I should try something smaller. This again is from the hair design book. So that's why they're all kind of posed and different than what you would see on the street. This one was a soul food lesson, and we were supposed to just use lots of bright colors, and this is more whimsical than what I usually do, which I love whimsy. I'm just not good at it, and I would like to do realistic portraits, but haven't mastered that yet either. Another hairstyle book. She looks a little cross-eyed, and she's, I don't know, maybe she's upset with that hairstyle because it is kind of out there, but that's who she is, and that's what she looks like. And then this one is, she's looking okay, and she's pretty, you know, she's okay with herself. She's a little shy, but she just got her hair done too. This is another soul food painting that we did. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's a bird. Now for the very small ones. These are, I don't even know what the size is on here. Maybe a 5-inch square. And I usually just take pictures out of magazines. That's why I have 93,211 magazines stacked up, and my husband says, yeah, you're a hoarder. This one is a profile, which is very hard to do profiles, and I tried but wasn't real happy, so I thought maybe I can distract the viewer's eye by putting some bling over here and giving her a butterfly, and that's what I hope happened, but it's just my wish. This is another little tart. She had on heavy makeup, bright lipstick, and blonde hair, and she had a couple of metamorphoses too, trying to calm her down because she was a tart. She's still a tart, but not as much of a tart as she was. This is a really early one that I did. This one, and both of them are scary. They're what I call my Scary Marys. They have no proportion. They're not anything special. They're just some paintings. And I'm done for this video, and I hope to do some flip throughs in my journals.